Are you feeling like this connection is just hanging in the balance, like you're both stuck in this weird limbo and you don't know if you should keep investing your energy or just walk away? Well, stay with me because what I'm about to reveal is going to absolutely blow your mind. This is Blue, and welcome back to Twin Soul Collective Guidance. Before we dive into your reading today, I just want to remind you that only take what resonates with you. Leave the rest behind because this is a collective reading and I'm tapping into the energy of the collective consciousness right now. Okay, so let me just say, wow, the energy around your connection right now is absolutely electric. There's something so profound happening here. And spirit is really pushing me to tell you that this person, yes, this person you're thinking about right now, they are literally waiting for a sign from you, and I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, what do you mean they're waiting for me? Shouldn't they be reaching out? Shouldn't they be making the first move? But oh my goodness, it's so much deeper than that, and the cards are revealing something absolutely beautiful about what's really going on beneath the surface. So let's jump in right now and see what Spirit wants you to know about this connection. All right, my loves. So the first card that I'm pulling for you today is the Two of Cups. And wow, okay, this is already giving me chills because this is the soulmate card. This is the twin flame card. This is that recognition card where two souls meet and they just know, they know that this person is different. They know that this person is special. And what I'm getting from this energy is that from the very moment you met this person, there was this instant recognition. It was like looking into a mirror. It was like coming home after being away for so long. And Spirit is telling me that this is a past life connection. You have known this person before in other lifetimes, and your souls recognized each other immediately. That's why the connection feels so intense. That's why it feels so familiar. And that's why it's also a little bit scary for both of you. The Two of Cups is showing me that there is such a deep magnetic pull between you and this person. They find you absolutely captivating. They find you so attractive, not just physically, but energetically, spiritually, on every single level. And what's beautiful about this card is that it represents equality, it represents balance, it represents two people coming together as equals. But right now, oh my goodness, right now the energy feels so unbalanced because there's so much being left unsaid. There's so much emotion swirling around beneath the surface, and neither one of you is really being fully transparent about how deep your feelings actually go. The Two of Cups wants union, it wants that beautiful coming together, but it's like you're both standing on opposite sides of a bridge, just waiting, just watching, just wondering if the other person is going to take that first step. And here's what's so interesting, okay, because the next card that came out is the King of Swords. And this is telling me so much about the dynamic between you two. The King of Swords represents clear communication, speaking your truth, being direct and honest about what you want and what you need. And Spirit is literally screaming at me right now that you are being called to speak your truth to this person. You are being called to be real with them, to drop the mask, to stop playing it cool, to stop pretending like you don't care as much as you actually do. I'm getting this energy around the throat chakra, and it's like there's a blockage there. It's like the words are right there. They're sitting in your throat. They want to come out, but there's this fear holding you back. Oh my goodness. I feel like some of you are so afraid of being vulnerable with this person. You're afraid of looking weak. You're afraid of losing face. You're afraid that if you show them how much you actually care, they might reject you or they might not feel the same way. But here's the thing, the King of Swords is telling me that this person actually respects directness. They respect honesty. They respect someone who can stand in their power and speak their truth without playing games. And right now, wow, right now they're actually confused about where you stand because you've been so guarded, you've been so mysterious, you've been keeping your cards so close to your chest that they genuinely don't know if you're interested or not. The King of Swords is also showing me that this person, or maybe you, or maybe both of you, you have this tendency to intellectualize your emotions. It's like you're up in your head all the time, analyzing, overthinking, trying to logic your way through feelings that are actually meant to be felt in the heart. And Spirit is saying that you need to drop down from your head into your heart. You need to let yourself feel what you're feeling without trying to rationalize it or make sense of it or control it. Because this connection is not meant to make sense. It's meant to be experienced. It's meant to be felt. Now, the third card. Okay, wow. The third card is the moon, and this is so significant because the moon represents mystery, illusion, things that are hidden beneath the surface. And what I'm seeing here is that you have been deliberately keeping yourself a bit of an enigma to this person. You've been mysterious. You've been hard to read. And on some level, yes, this has kept them intrigued. This has kept them curious. This has kept them thinking about you and wondering about you. But the moon is also showing me that there's confusion in this connection. There's uncertainty. It's like you're both moving through this fog, not really knowing where the other person stands, not really knowing if what you're feeling is real or if it's just a fantasy or if it's just all in your head. The moon energy is very dreamy, it's very fantasy oriented, and I feel like both of you spend a lot of time daydreaming about each other. You fantasize about what this connection could be. You imagine scenarios in your mind. You play out conversations that haven't happened yet. And for this person specifically, oh my goodness, they love thinking about you. It literally gives them a high. It's like their favorite escape. When they're having a hard day, when they're feeling stressed, when they need to feel good, they think about you. They replay moments you've shared together. They imagine future moments they want to share with you. The time you spend together feels like gold to them. It feels so precious, so special, so rare, and they treasure it. But here's where the moon can be tricky. Okay, because the moon also asks the question, is this grounded in reality or is this just an illusion? Is this connection actually going somewhere, or are we both just caught up in this dreamy fantasy energy that feels amazing but doesn't have any real substance? And I think that's the question that's been plaguing both of you. It's like you're wondering, is this real? Can this actually work? Or are we just too different? Are the obstacles too big? Is the timing too off? And Spirit is telling me that yes, this can be real. Yes, this can be grounded, but only if you're willing to step out of the fantasy and into honest communication. Only if you're willing to make it real by speaking about it, by acknowledging it, by bringing it out of the shadows and into the light. The fourth card that came through, and oh my goodness, this is such a powerful card, is the Lovers. Okay, wow. The Lovers card is the ultimate card of choice, of decision, of saying yes to love. And what's so beautiful about this card appearing in your reading is that it confirms everything I've been saying. This is a significant connection. This is a connection that your soul chose before you even incarnated into this lifetime. This is a divine partnership. This is someone who is meant to teach you, to grow with you, to mirror back to you the parts of yourself that you need to see and heal and integrate. The Lover's card represents that deep soul recognition, that twin flame, soulmate, divine counterpart energy. But the Lovers is also about making a choice. It's about choosing love over fear. It's about choosing vulnerability over protection. It's about choosing to take a risk, to put yourself out there, to say yes to the connection, even when it feels scary, even when you don't know how it's going to turn out, even when there are no guarantees. And I'm getting this really strong message that you are at a crossroads right now. You have to make a decision. You have to choose whether you're going to continue playing it safe, continue hiding behind your walls, continue pretending like you don't care that much, or whether you're going to be brave enough to let this person see the real you, to let them see your heart, to let them know that yes, you feel this too. Yes, this is real for you too. Yes, you want to explore this too. And here's what's so interesting about the Lover's card in this particular reading. It's showing me an energy of opposites attract. You and this person, you're quite different in some fundamental ways. You might have different backgrounds, different beliefs, different approaches to life. You might be fire and they're water, or you're earth and they're air. There's this push and pull dynamic between you where you're deeply, intensely attracted to each other, but you also have the potential to really trigger each other, to push each other's buttons, to bring up each other's stuff. It's a bit of a love-hate dynamic in some ways where the intensity can feel so good but also so overwhelming that sometimes you just want to run away from it. But Spirit is saying that this is exactly what makes the connection so powerful. You're not meant to be with someone who's exactly like you. You're meant to be with someone who challenges you, who expands you, who shows you different perspectives, who helps you grow beyond your comfort zone. The Lover's card is telling me that if you can embrace the differences instead of fighting against them, if you can see them as complementary rather than conflicting, this connection has the potential to be absolutely beautiful and absolutely transformative for both of you. Now, the fifth card, and this is the final card in your reading, is the Hanged Man. And okay, wow, this explains so much about why this connection feels like it's in limbo right now. The Hanged Man represents suspension, it represents waiting, it represents being in between states, not quite here and not quite there. And this is exactly the energy that you're in right now with this connection. You're in this suspended state where nothing is moving forward, but nothing is really ending either. You're just kind of hanging there in the space of not knowing, in the space of uncertainty, in the space of what if. But here's what the Hanged Man is really trying to tell you, and this is so important. The Hanged Man is not a passive card. It looks passive because the figure is literally hanging upside down, suspended, unable to move. But the Hanged Man is actually about surrendering your need to control the outcome. It's about releasing your attachment to how things should unfold and instead trusting the divine timing of the universe. It's about shifting your perspective, seeing things from a completely different angle, and understanding that sometimes the waiting, the suspension, the limbo, that's actually exactly where you need to be right now because it's teaching you something, it's preparing you for something, it's shifting something within you that needs to shift before the next chapter can begin. The Hanged Man is telling me that this person is also in a waiting period. They're also in this energy of suspension. And here's the key. Okay, here's what Spirit really wants you to understand. They're waiting for a sign from you.
Yes, really.
They are literally waiting for you to give them some indication, some signal, some energetic green light that says, okay, yes, I'm open to this. Yes, my heart is available. Yes, I want to explore this connection. And it doesn't mean you have to chase them. It doesn't mean you have to pour your heart out in some grand dramatic gesture. It doesn't mean you have to text them right now and confess your undying love. What it means, oh my goodness, what it means is so much simpler and so much more subtle than that. It means energetically opening your heart. It means dropping your guard just a little bit. It means shifting from that cool, detached, I don't really need you that much energy into a softer, warmer, yes, I see you, yes, I feel this too energy. And because you and this person are so deeply connected on a soul level, because you have that past life bond, because your energies are so intertwined, they will absolutely pick up on that shift. They will feel it even if you don't say a single word. They will sense that your heart has opened, that your walls have come down, that you're available in a way that you weren't before. The Hanged Man is also showing me, and this is really beautiful, that when you do make that shift, when you do speak your truth or open your heart or let your guard down, it's going to be the beginning of something really special. It's going to be the beginning of a new chapter in this connection because right now you're both just kind of circling each other, both wanting the same thing, but both too afraid to make the first move, both waiting for the other person to show their hand first. And the Hanged Man is saying that this standoff can't continue forever. Someone has to shift the energy. Someone has to take that leap of faith. and spirit is clearly indicating that someone is you. Now I'm also getting some very specific signs and symbols that are going to show up for you as confirmation that spirit is speaking to you through this reading. I'm seeing horses or horseback riding as being significant in this connection. You might see horses randomly over the next few days, or maybe this person has some connection to horses, or maybe horses show up in a conversation or in something you watch or read. I'm also seeing water fountains, something architectural or historic, maybe a famous fountain or a fountain in a place that's meaningful to you and this person. Gemstones are also coming through very strongly, specifically topaz and garnet, so you might be drawn to wearing these stones, or you might see them somewhere, or someone might gift them to you. And I'm also seeing shells like seashells, maybe from a beach or ocean, and this could be connected to a trip or a memory or something that ties you and this person together. Speaking of trips, oh my goodness, I'm getting this really strong vision of this person wanting to invite you somewhere. They may ask you to travel to them, to visit them in their city or their part of the world, or they might suggest going on a trip together. And this is significant because it shows that they're thinking about the future with you. They're thinking about creating new memories with you. They're thinking about deepening this connection and spending quality time together in a way that allows you both to really explore what this could be without all the normal distractions and defenses and walls that you both put up. I also want to talk about this throat chakra issue that I mentioned earlier because it's coming through so strongly in this reading. Some of you have a really hard time speaking your truth, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. You can talk about anything and everything else. You can be articulate and expressive and clear in every other area of your life. But when it comes to being vulnerable, when it comes to saying, I have feelings for you, or I care about you, or I want more with you, the words just get stuck. They sit in your throat and they won't come out. And Spirit is saying that this is your work right now. This is what you're being called to heal. This is the growth edge that this connection is bringing up for you. And I'm hearing Spirit say very clearly that when you do find the courage to speak your truth, when you do find the right moment and the right words and you let it out, you are going to be so pleased that you did. You're going to feel this huge sense of relief, this huge weight lifting off your shoulders, this huge expansion in your chest, like you can finally breathe again. And this person is going to respond so positively. They're going to be so receptive. They're going to be so grateful that you were brave enough to go first, to break the ice, to name what's been hanging in the air between you this whole time. It's going to open up a whole new level of intimacy and connection and possibility that simply wasn't available when you were both just playing it cool and pretending like you didn't care that much. Now I want to address this playing it cool energy because it's so strong in your reading. You've been very intentional about not showing all your cards, about keeping this person guessing, about maintaining this air of mystery and independence. And you know what? On some level, that's been smart because it's kept them intrigued, it's kept them interested, it's kept them coming back for more. But Spirit is saying that you've reached the point where that strategy is no longer serving you. It's actually creating distance. It's actually creating confusion. It's actually making this person think that maybe you're not that interested. Maybe they're reading too much into it. Maybe they should pull back and protect their own heart. And I'm getting this really clear message that this person, they're not playing games with you. They're genuinely interested. They're genuinely attracted. They're genuinely open to seeing where this could go, but they need some reciprocity. They need to feel like it's not just them putting themselves out there. They need to feel like you're meeting them halfway, like you're also willing to be a little bit vulnerable, like you're also willing to take a little bit of risk. And that's what Spirit means when they say the ball is in your court. It's not that you have to do all the work or make all the moves. It's that energetically, you're the one who's been holding back. You're the one who's been protected. You're the one who needs to soften just a little bit to allow this connection to move forward. So, my loves, those are your messages for today. And wow, what a powerful reading this has been. I really hope that this resonated with you and gave you the clarity and the confirmation that you needed right now. Spirit is being so clear that this connection is real, that this person feels what you feel, and that they are absolutely waiting for a sign from you. Not a grand gesture, not you chasing them, but simply you opening your heart, dropping your guard, and allowing yourself to be seen in your truth. And oh my goodness, when you do that, when you find that courage to be vulnerable and authentic, everything is going to shift in the most beautiful way. Remember that this is a collective reading, so only take what resonates with your personal situation and leave the rest behind. Trust your intuition. Trust your inner guidance. You know your connection better than anyone else, and you know what feels right for you. But if this reading lit something up inside of you, if it gave you goosebumps, if it made you feel seen and understood, then that's spirit confirming that yes, this message is absolutely for you. I want you to keep your eyes open over the next few days for those signs that I mentioned: the horses, the fountains, the topaz and garnet gemstones, the shells. These are Spirit's way of confirming that this connection is divinely guided and that you're on the right path. And when you see these signs, take a moment to thank Spirit, to acknowledge the synchronicity, and to trust that you are being supported and guided every step of the way. This connection is teaching you so much about vulnerability, about trust, about surrendering control, and allowing love to unfold in its own divine timing. Yes, it feels scary. Yes, it feels uncertain. Yes, it would be so much easier if you could just know for sure how it's all going to turn out. But that's not how soul connections work. They require faith, they require courage, they require you to show up authentically, even when you don't have all the answers, even when you can't see the whole picture, even when you're afraid of getting hurt. And I really want you to sit with this question, okay, because this is what Spirit is asking you to reflect on. What would it look like to let your guard down just a little bit? What would it feel like to stop playing it cool and allow this person to see that yes, you care, yes, you're interested, yes, you want to see where this goes? You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know exactly what you want or how it's all going to work out. You just have to be willing to be honest about what you're feeling right now in this moment. And that honesty, that vulnerability, that authenticity, that's what's going to create the breakthrough that you've been waiting for. Spirit is also reminding you that this person treasures you. They think about you all the time. The moments you share together are like gold to them. You make them feel things they've never felt before, and yes, sometimes that intensity scares them too, but they don't want to walk away from it. They want to lean into it. They want to explore it. They're just waiting for you to show them that it's safe to do that you're not going to pull the rug out from under them, that your heart is genuinely open and available. So take a deep breath, my love. Trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to make anything happen. You just have to be willing to be real, to be vulnerable, to speak your truth when Spirit calls you to do that. And you'll know when that moment is. You'll feel it intuitively. It will just feel right. And when you do speak your truth, when you do let your guard down, it's going to be the beginning of something absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for being here with me today on Twin Soul Collective Guidance. I'm sending you so much love and so much light on your journey. Drop a heart in the comments if this reading resonated with you, or let me know how it landed. I love hearing from you, and I love knowing that these messages are reaching the people who need to hear them. Until next time, remember to trust your intuition, follow your heart, and know that you are so deeply loved and supported by the universe. The tarot cards that came through in today's reading were the Two of Cups, the King of Swords, the Moon, the Lovers, and the Hanged Man. Each of these cards carried such powerful messages about your connection and the journey you're on right now. Trust the guidance, trust the signs. And most importantly, trust yourself. All my love, this is Blue, and I'll see you in the next reading.